Hi, my name is Lisa. Welcome to the YMCA 5-Day Challenge. This is day 2 of the challenge, so hopefully you came for the warm-up and day 1. For today's challenge, we'll be doing half moon. Half moon is a standing pose. It's an opening pose, as well as working on your balance, right? So of course we'll do a couple of things in front of that so that we can work on opening and stretching out the body and work towards our half moon. If you need to use any props, you can use a block. If you have a sturdy water bottle, you can use that. And you can also use a chair if you need to find if you find that you're off balance and you need a little bit more help with that. All right, so we're gonna start just standing at the top of your mat. Right, just find the alignment, shoulders back, lengthening through the spine. Inhale, sweep both arms up towards the ceiling. And exhale, fold over the legs. Slowly step back into your downward facing dog and just breathe while you're there, pressing the heels towards the floor. Shoulders back, head down. Inhale, lift the right leg up behind you. So you can decide how high you wish to lift that leg, right? Just work on extending through the heel and keeping your hips squared off, right? So you can stay low or you can lift that leg up as high as you possibly can. Take a nice deep inhale, step your foot forward, come into your lunge. So work to get the right foot all the way up in between your hands. So sometimes we fall a little bit short with that foot. No problem. You can lower the back knee if you need to. Walk that right foot all the way up. And then once the foot is in between the hands, you can lift the back knee up. So that's always a way that you can get into your lunge if you have trouble stepping the right foot all the way up. Stay on the tips of the fingers, shoulders back, lengthening through the spine. On your next inhale, we're going to sweep the arms up and come into your high lunge. Right, if you have trouble lifting off of the floor, you can always walk up to the top of the thigh first and breathe. Right. So we want to work towards lengthening through the back leg. If you need to have a slight bend in the knee, you can do that. Right. And just working to keep the knee as much over the ankle as possible. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, open it up into your warrior 2. So we're going to spin the back heel down towards the floor, again bending into that front knee. You're going to work on focusing over the fingertips as you lengthen through the spine. We'll take our reverse warrior, so turn the right palm up or whatever side you're on, and lift that top arm up. Just finding that lengthening through the side of the body. Keep bending deeper into the front knee. And breathe. Inhale, come back into warrior 2. We're going to take our prep for our side angle or right angle. So you're going to bring the forearm to the top of the thigh and extend the other arm up towards the ceiling. And just breathe. So if you're new, you can stay right here. If you want to go deeper, you can either use a block or a water bottle on the inside of your foot. Bring the hand down towards it and reach that top arm over there. If you don't need to use a block, hand comes to the floor, reach and lengthen through the spine. Just stay here for a few breaths. Take another deep inhale and slowly come back into your warrior 2. Inhale, slowly straighten the front leg. So you want to straighten that leg without locking the knee. So locking the knee is when you pull the knee all the way back. You want to have a slight micro bend in that knee. We're going to come into our triangle pose. So keeping the hips where they are. Going to reach through the ribs, reach the top arm forward, and lower the fingertips down towards the floor. So again, if you can't reach the floor, you can always bring your hand to the outside of the shin. You can use your block or your water bottle and work on opening up through the chest. You always want to think about your alignment, where your ankles are, your knees, hips should all line up, as well as your wrists, shoulder, shoulder, wrists. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, reach the top arm over the ear. Feel that lovely stretch. Inhale, straighten. Reach the fingertips up. Exhale, reach the arm over the ear. Inhale, straighten. And we'll do one more. And your choice, you can either stay here if you feel like you can reach that top arm or bottom arm out. Breathe. Take another deep inhale and slowly come on up. Bring your hands to the hips. Turn the toes in so you're facing now to the front. Okay, so what we did in our warm-up, we clasped the hands behind the back. We're going to do the same thing here. So clasp the hands behind the back, shoulders back. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, we're going to bow forward. So slightly bend the knees as you bow forward and lift your wrists away from your hips. So again, you're going to go as far as you can go. If you need to use blocks, you can release the hands and use the blocks. Just deep inhales, deep exhales. Take another deep inhale. Slowly come on up. You can bring your hands down to the floor, and you're going to walk yourself back into your lunge. Okay? So staying in your lunge, just breathing. I'm just going to shift this just a little bit. We're going to work on our warrior three. So warrior three is a standing pose. So you're going to start to shift yourself forward by walking the back foot in just slightly. Right? Again, if you need to use blocks, you can use blocks to help you out. You're going to start to lift the leg. As you lift the leg, you also want to lift the chest. Right? You can bring your hands to the heart. You can extend the arms out. So if you have a chair and you need to use that chair, you can bring your hands to the chair. Arms out to the side or behind. So there's many variations that you can do with the hands. Right? If you feel like you need a little bit more help, you can bring your hands to blocks or again, to your chair. Take a nice deep inhale and slowly come on out of it. Come to your standing pose and breathe. One side down. All right, so we're going to do the other side. I'm just going to go to the other side of my mat. You can stay where you are. I just want to stay open to you guys. All right? So standing up nice and tall. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold forward, step back into your down dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up. So again, lengthening through the spine, through the back heel. Step that foot forward, come into your lunge. Find that lengthening through the spine and breathe. Inhale, sweep both arms up, high lunge. Take another deep inhale. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. So again, turn the back toes out, bending into that front knee. Take your reverse, left palm up, lift and lengthen, reach up. You should feel a really nice stretch on this side of the body. Come back into warrior two. Take your prep. And again, you can either stay here or come into your full pose. Deep inhales, deep exhales. Take another deep inhale. Slowly come back into warrior two. And start to straighten the front leg. Triangle pose. So again, try not to lock the knee. Shift the ribs forward. Slowly come into your triangle. Again, use a block if you need to. Reach the top arm over the ear. Inhale and lift up. Exhale, reach the arm. And lift up. And one more. Exhale, reach. So again, you can either stay here, or if you want to try, reaching that arm out. Take another deep inhale and slowly come on upright. You bring your hands to the hips, turn the toes in. And this time you're just going to just gently fold over the legs. Just bring your hands down. Keeping the toes forward and heels flat. We're just going to shift from side to side, just working to get into your hips. Right? The hands can walk with you from side to side. You'll go as deep as you can go. Just really working to get the hips back and to find that lengthening again. Ooh, this feels really, really good. All right, so just side to side, going at your own pace. And just try to even yourself out. So if you started on the right, trying to finish out on the left. If you started on your left, finish out on the right. And when you're ready, come back to center. Start to walk yourself over to your left. So hopefully your left leg is in front, and if it's not, that's okay. All right, you're in your lunge, and we're preparing for our warrior three. So again, you start to shift yourself forward. You can walk that foot in until you can press into the floor to lift on up. So again, any variations with the arms that you would like to take. Okay. And again, if you need to hold onto a chair, wall, blocks, go ahead and do that. Take another deep inhale and slowly come on out of it. Side two, yay. So that is your warrior three. So now we're gonna do our half moon, right? So half moon is similar to warrior three in that you're standing on one leg and the other leg is in the air. The difference is warrior three, your hips are squared off, your shoulders are squared off. In half moon, everything is open. Your hips are open, your chest is open, right? So it's a little bit more of an opening pose. So we'll start in our lunge. So you can just come straight down to the floor, and I'll show you how to use the chair if you have issues with balancing, and also with trusty block, right? So again, you'll start to walk the back foot in, right? You want to find that weight right under your standing leg. If you need to use a block, bring the block so that your wrist will be right underneath your shoulders. You'll press down as you open up. So you want the toes to turn out, right? You want to find the alignment where your ankle, hip, ankle are all lined up, right? Once you have that balance, you're going to work on opening up the shoulder and reaching the fingertips up to the ceiling, right? If you need to come up a little bit higher and use a chair, you can also do that, right? If you can do it on the floor, stay as long as you can. Deep inhales, deep exhales. And when you're ready, just slowly come out of it. Come to your standing. And release. And you shake out that leg, because mine is burning. So just shake it out before we go to the other side, right? Half moon on the left side. So again, just starting in your lunge. Let me grab my trusty block, right? So make sure you take your props with you as you need them. Start to shift yourself forward, right? Grab the block, right? And your block has 3 levels, so you can decide what level you need. Work on opening up. Breathe, right? If you don't need the block, deep inhales, deep exhales. Stay as long as you can. And when you're ready to slowly come out, right? Bring your hands to the heart and gently release. All right, yay. So that was half moon. So again, if this is the first time that you've ever tried half moon and you're falling over, that's okay, right? Keep practicing, rewind that video, try it again, right? Yoga is a practice, right? So you have to keep doing it to get a little bit better, right? A little bit further along. So again, this was day 2 of our challenge. Thank you for joining me. Please come back for day 3, right? It will be a fun, a little bit more challenging as we go along, but fun stuff. All right, so thank you again. See you tomorrow. Bye.